Hello. Happy Wednesday, everyone. How are we all today?
Good.
Brilliant.
Good.
All right.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Jason, are you not jet lagged, or does it not work sort of that way at the minute?
I feel like when I'm talking to you, it's like I'm going back to what I was used to, closer to what I was used to. So it's all good. I feel this is fun.
You're still in European time.
Yeah, I'm still in some time. I don't know. It's yeah.
It'll take a few days to adjust.
That's what they tell me.
Yeah. So we have a lot of people joining us in the chat today. So should we say a quick hello to everyone? So first in, we have Karen. Hi, Karen.
Hello.
Hey, Karen.
Hey, Karen. Sorry, I'm just going to excuse myself for a moment because I am going to tell everyone I am trying to do two things for the first time. So next week...
Are you chewing gum?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Ben needs to stop pressing buttons, really.
Next week, Ben and Becca aren't here. So next week, I have to try and do all the tech. So if I'm a little distracted this evening, that's because I'm trying to do like 100 things all at the same time. So if I don't say very much, that's probably why. No other reason. I'm just trying to read and press buttons and not like completely ruin everything. So
Wait, as long as you don't press end stream before we're finished,
Yeah,
that's
you'll be
fine.
fine.
That's literally.
Is it a big red button though?
Anything is possible. I'm just giving people a heads up because I may not be, as engaged as usual because I'm like trying to do 100 things.
Imagine what it's going to be like next week when you have to be engaged and press the buttons.
No.
Don't get her all nervous, Becca.
No.
That's okay.
You'll be fine.
Don't worry, Claire. I'll send you over the instruction manual. It's only about 1,000 pages long. It's all good.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ben. I've got a week to read it all. Brilliant.
Yeah. So I see Kelly's over on YouTube today.
Yeah.
I know. I wasn't.
I love the
never
name.
Sure where to watch.
I love the name of the channel or YouTube channel, Dizzy Recipes Cooking.
What's it called?
Hi, Dana.
She's that's Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly.
Yeah.
Cooking park music and attractions. I'm guessing Kelly Lawrence was gone, but I'm guessing.
That's incredible deduction.
Yeah.
That's really well.
Hi, Neil and Karen.
Hi, Neil and Karen. Hi.
Yeah, I think we're all doing well.
Yeah.
I think we recovered from EPCOT last week, which was a show which made us all very hungry.
It did.
Especially
and laugh a lot.
Especially for some chicken tikka masala.
Thank you, everyone, for your efforts in spamming the Here with the Magic page with chicken tikka masala. I appreciate that.
My feed is so messed up too. I can't. I said to Zach this morning, nice guy Zach Brown, of course. I said, "Oh my gosh, I totally forgot Timeless Tuesday." He said, "Jason, I took care of it." I was like, I didn't see it anywhere. I was freaking out because Facebook's messed. They don't even show me my own stuff anymore.
No.
So I'm just beginning. Literally, before this was started up, I was just starting to see the tiki masala references.
Yeah.
I have to go
Facebook's
back
having a weird moment. Every time I look at it recently, it's giving me like last week's stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like 4 days. I thought, is that new? Is that news or is it not? I don't know.
No, it's never news if it's on Facebook. It's not news.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's good to see you guys. It's good to see everybody. Look at all
And
the
hi,
fun people.
John.
Hello,
I
John.
saw John. I was going to say. I think I just saw John in the group.
Yeah.
I think John's on both Facebook and YouTube, actually.
As always.
As always.
He's like
Ambidextrous.
That's the one.
I give my right arm to be ambidextrous.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't need to be.
Well, yeah.
Hey, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi.
I hope you're doing well.
Hello, Patricia.
I'm Patricia.
Wow, Patricia.
Hello, Mom.
Great to have you here.
Mom.
Great. And
Lynn.
Hi, Lynn.
Lovely to have you here, Lynn. I know you don't always make it, so it's great.
We have Mark Williams. Hi.
So we've got Mark number 1. How are we going to get on?
Are we going to get all three tonight?
Oh, nice guys.
Hello, nice
in the
guys.
house.
We got all the marks, hopefully.
Yes.
Yeah.
What did we call them last week? The
Mark 1, Mark 2, and Mark 3, weren't they?
It's like 3 marks, like the 3 caballeros.
Like a Mark hat trick. It's,
Well, we've got 2.
Hey,
Hi,
Caleb.
Caleb.
We've got Caleb.
Hey,
Caleb.
I see Mark Whiting.
There we are. We've got Mark.
Yeah.
Yes.
It really helps if I didn't have the microphone in front of the comments.
That would help.
Well, that I'm struggling with that as well. I'm just like, what?
It's like
Yes. Oh,
We've got Ryan.
Ryan.
we have Ryan, yes.
Oh.
We also have Robin as well.
We have Robin. Hey,
Friend of the
Robin.
show, Robin. Yes.
Yeah. Talk a bit more
Yeah.
about it.
I'm so distracted. I'm just reading the comments. It's like catching
I'm doing
up.
the same. I'm supposed to be
I feel like it's like
clicking
reading
these.
through the yearbook or something.
Mary's
Like,
here.
Look,
Yeah.
it's Lynn.
Hey,
it's
Mary.
Lynn.
Yes.
As long as one of us is on, knows what we're doing. That's
So I'm just gonna bring this up.
oh,
Well, Robin, they're never
Yeah.
going to let me live it down.
no.
No.
They're never. It wasn't my fault. I'm a very distracted person to begin with, and I'm glad she did find me.
What is interesting? We have a middle of the month show coming up, and our guest
Yeah.
this month is Robin.
Oh,
It is.
there you go. Maybe-
What are we talking about? We're talking about Disney clothing,
Disney
yeah,
clothing.
all the things to
Yep.
that you can wear in a
Costumes.
Disney park.
Disney bounding,
Yeah.
Yep.
all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
See, thank you, Robin.
Oh,
and Robin was
okay.
looking. She
I
was
can't quite
particularly-
work out if that's sarcastic or not, Robin.
That's not sarcastic. That's love. That's what love looks like.
Aw.
There should be a little.
wrong.
It's sort of maybe Facebook and YouTube should have a little sort of sarcastic button you can press.
Isn't
No,
that what
don't
emojis
ever
are
do
for?
that.
Alex
No.
or something. That'd be
It would be
great,
the most used button in England.
right?
Yeah.
We should have a dislike button as well.
Like-
but, yeah.
My
Hi,
sarcasm.
Simon.
Hi, Simon.
Hello, Simon. They would be complaining that their sarcastic button's broken, Ben. You'd get so many calls. There's like, I can't find the
Yes.
any key either.
Yes, an eye roll button. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Let's have one of
Definitely.
those.
Eye roll
It's
button.
overused, isn't it?
Yeah.
That would be made especially for you, Claire.
Mark, you have been upgraded.
Yeah.
You were first in, so you're Mark number one, most definitely.
Yeah.
Mm.
Anna, that's why we're friends. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is why we're friends. Gosh, there's so many people in the chat. Right.
We apologise if you haven't got to everyone, and we just want to say thank you for taking the time of joining us today.
Now,
Yeah.
what are we talking about? This is what we're talking about. See, I found the graphic.
And do you know what? I left the background on from last week. So we've gone from Epcot eating
to
around the
Epcot.
world over to
To what do
everything
we think?
else.
Yeah, what's the must-do stuff at Epcot? There's so
Well, I can tell you what it's not.
much storing.
Is it not the snails?
No snails. And don't do the Brussels sprouts either.
Eating snails off
I
a
love
bin.
Brussels
No.
sprouts. Brussels sprouts are delicious to me.
Snails go in the
These,
bin.
my friends, these aren't your Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
These are not the sprouts you're looking for.
Mm-mm. Maybe I'll try them again in a month and
Yeah.
see if they've fixed it. Because I do that. I go back and try things again later. Just to
That's
see.
dedication. Yeah.
Well, I'm also a
I
hungry
know.
person.
You are right, John. We are talking about the best place on earth. I think
That is
it. I
true.
think
Yeah.
it's
Is that,
certainly
is
my,
that, I feel
my
like it's
favourite part.
controversial now, though, isn't
It's
it? Like,
it's difficult, isn't it? I have to admit, we never used to be Epcot lovers. People just, and that's just probably first 2 trips to Walt Disney World.
Maybe it's age.
Yeah.
Maybe we've grown up and got more mature.
Yeah, once we've hit 30, it's like, yeah,
Maybe.
Epcot is.
But yeah, past few trips we've really loved Epcot.
I think that's just maybe because we've just taken the time to explore it a little bit more instead of just going from attraction to attraction.
mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah.
you're right. I think it's the park that you can really. Well, I don't know. They're all a bit like that, though, aren't they? If you just take some time and have a mooch about, and
Yeah.
there's loads to see that you might not realise.
Like the Brussels sprouts.
It's not the Brussels sprouts.
Yeah. I think for people like me who are not thrill seekers, it's particularly good for me. And we nicknamed it on our first visit. We nicknamed it especially popular with couples over 30. We decided
Not just
that's what
because
it
of the
stood for.
alcohol.
Yeah.
You couldn't come up with an acronym for that?
30. Didn't say old people.
But here's the thing. So my kids, my oldest boy is 20. That's Alex, and Henry is 16. Alex adores Epcot. In fact, tomorrow he's in town for the summer, and they're going to Epcot tomorrow because it's like his favorite park. God bless him. And he just likes to wander around. Just wander around and look at things and get some stuff to eat. But whereas Henry, he has never been interested in Epcot until very recently. And what he said to me after I picked him up from being there with some friends one night, he said, "Dad, I've realized that I actually do like Epcot. It's just with the right people."
Oh,
That's what he said.
that's nice.
God bless his honesty, but that stung a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I see. I understand. And I think it's because the way he does Epcot is different than the way that I do Epcot, or the way Alex does it. And that's the thing about Epcot. You can have a vastly different experience in that in the same park.
Yeah, that's true.
I think, Mark, you're right. I think we may all have gone through this a little bit. I remember going to Epcot in the early 90s with my family, and my dad being very excited by living with the land. And I totally found it the dullest thing in the world. I was just like, really? We're on a boat going slowly through a greenhouse. This is not fun. But, I've learned to love it. And I really do care about that ride. And it's something that I'll always do. So I think maybe it's like a coming of age park, perhaps.
That's fair. I think that's
true.
But what about now? Because don't you find like right now, I almost have to, when someone asks what my favorite park is and I say Epcot, I feel like I have to explain, like I have to say like,
once the construction's over.
It's my favorite. It's hard to love it a little bit right now.
Even with the 400 walls that have been surrounding it for the past couple of years.
But they're starting to come down.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely, those walls are coming down.
It's like 1985 in Berlin. They're like, but just wait a few more years. It's gonna be lovely.
Minus David Hasselhoff, hopefully.
It's gonna be great.
No, that could be some David Hasselhoff over in the Guardians part.
Oh, do you know what? That's who they should have had. That's who they should have had as a cameo in the film. That would have been great.
Yes.
That would have been brilliant.
Talking
of that, it does have.
Well, he did a cameo in the second Guardians film, so yeah.
Kelly, I'm with you. I feel you.
That needs to be on a T-shirt. that needs to be on a T-shirt. Yeah.
And Anna, I knew you were coming, so just going to leave that there for a moment. We can all pay homage to the slushy moment. And actually, I'm going to share this photo just because it's horrifically funny. Not the fact that my cousin and I drinking. It's Morgan's face in the background that makes me laugh because he was obviously too young to drink. But yeah, the slushies are life. It's not footballer's life. Slushies are life.
The line is always so long. That's the one.
Oh no, get someone else to stand in the line. That's what you've got to.
That's what husbands are for.
Maybe they should need to add it onto mobile order.
We've got a Zach for.
I'm not. Anyway.
Oh yeah, mobile slushies. I like it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like the cart in Disneyland Paris, like the champagne cart they have. You could have a slushie cart. That'd be great.
That'd be a good idea.
Slushies are life.
It's a bit like Ted Lasso. Football is life.
Yeah, exactly. It's the EPCOT version or the player with Anna
Disney version.
Poor Zach.
Yeah, see, Mary, I had the same thought.
Poor Zach. Don't be like poor Zach. If he's in line, think about the end result of that. He's got a slushie in his hand.
That's true.
I would never ask Zach to stand in line for slushie.
Slushie cart sponsored by the Great British Mickey Waffle.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
For other
if
things,
we get a discount, even better.
Well, that'd be good.
We could that'd be so cool if you could have your own cart and you could bespoke arrange. You could arrange like a bespoke few snacks and a couple of food items and some drinks, and you have what you want on it. Probably not the sprouts or the snails, but you might choose to
So,
create
like if you go and pre-order on the app, like all the stuff that you want to try at the
And then-
festival,
and it's all in
out.
one place for you.
That's what I talked about. That was my idea.
Oh,
Love that.
oh.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay,
that's
so-
kind of what did in 2014 when they had this package and you could sit in these little areas and give the CM your list from 4 different booths and they would go and get it for you.
No, that never happened.
But they only, that was in
Jill,
2014 and it was
that's just the
absolutely
lies.
amazing. It
Come
was
on.
amazing.
Haven't you
So
had
how
the
much
They
did
only
you
offered
pay?
that. They
I'm
only
sure you've-
opened that.
Have you mentioned it
Yeah.
before? I think
How
you
many
have,
drinks
might
did you
done
have
on a
before
show.
you had this experience?
Yeah.
No, because you have
And did
mentioned
Peter
it before,
dress as a
because there
cast
was
member and
there was a
take your order?
private seating area, wasn't there?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
2014 and 2015 they ran it.
for food
Uh,
and
you
You've
had
done
wine.
to
this
pay.
already.
You had to
There's
pay about
precedent.
$200, and
Oh.
you had various
Probably
things.
why it didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but, I mean,
Yeah.
part of that was $50 credit to spend at the festival.
Oh, that's
So you
good.
got $50 back. You had a cool bag. You had a wine glass. You had wine, chocolates, all sorts of stuff. A special after party one night, but the big thing was that you got to go to these shaded seating areas, and each one served about 4 different booths. No, getting it for me, unfortunately. no.
See, Anna, that's what I was thinking.
But yeah, the CMs would come up to you and take your order and bring you the food,
Wow.
and it was amazing.
If they did it
Yeah,
now, it'd be
absolutely.
$1,000.
I was going to say.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
right.
yeah,
I
Yeah.
like that. That's.
yeah.
But yeah,
So let's. Where should we start? Should we start the front of the park? Because
Yeah.
Epcot's always upside down and back to front for me. You know, left, right, east, west. It's not even called that anymore.
Well, I think John's given us a good suggestion. Of where to start, which is the monorail. Getting the
yeah,
monorail into Epcot.
that's
That is a
true.
good idea.
Probably, he says, the most overlooked way of getting there is staying on or off site. Not only a great trip from TC at Magic Kingdom, but once you get to Epcot, the loop around the park provides you with a taster of what is to come. Yeah.
And at the
John,
minute, it's Moana
absolutely right,
construction.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, that's actually quite
quite
good
cool.
though, because if you can get
Yeah.
a window seat, you can see the
It is.
construction.
Yeah, we got a few videos of it from our last trip. It was just. It was
That
That
really
is quite
good.
good, I think.
yeah.
I think this is the way Carlos likes to. He likes to do it that way too. I think, or maybe he does it the other way. Maybe he parks at Epcot and then takes the monorail over to Magic Kingdom. But either
Oh,
way, it's.
okay.
But I think a lot of people like that monorail entrance.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's just something
How
nice
does
to be able to just.
Yeah,
Get
that's
from
the
one-
view you get from the monorail station, which is
Look
quite a
at
nice
that.
place to take a photograph from. Actually, I would have thought.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
a great
As long as it's not too
view,
busy.
isn't it? Yeah.
And you get
Well,
the
imagine
sound
beautiful.
of the monorail.
Imagine what it looks like up there at night when the golf balls all
The
lit
twinkly
up.
lights are going.
Yeah.
Oh,
That is
Yeah.
one thing that
That's-
is incredible at Epcot.
Yes.
The best thing on the
Must
50th.
do.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
The lights on the golf. I know it's not called lights on Spaceship
You
Earth.
saw from
There
a
we are.
distance.
yeah.
No, I really didn't.
There was
There was-
you didn't see
there
the
was-
show.
There was like
But the
a
little
Stargate
shimmery
and
light
some
things were happening.
missiles and some stuff going on.
The attack on Epcot. Yes. Attack on World Showcase.
Is that the subtitle of Harmonious? Harmonious.
Oh, sorry, yeah, harmonious. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, that was happening at the time.
So Harmonious isn't high on the list of what we love about Epcot. Is that what you're saying?
I think
Somewhere in the middle.
Not on my list.
it's.
The nighttime
I mean,
spectacular.
we're talking
I-
about
I would
must
say-
do Epcot. Is it a must do?
If you've never done it
Well, it's
before, yes.
unavoidable in
Yeah.
some ways.
I think once a trip at least.
Yeah. Let's see if it's improved from
I
the
think
last
once.
time.
Yeah.
Full stop is probably.
Well, put it
sufficient.
this way: the new Magic Band Plus thingamybobs have now got a special option so that you can spend the entire time looking down at your wrist.
Because
Instead of looking
at
it's
Harmonious.
like
It's
Glow
kind
with
of
the Show
nice.
is, but on your wrist.
Yeah. So,
So
you know,
where
that's-
you
Oh, wait.
make
Does the
band-
magic band lights up while the show's going on?
Yeah.
apparently so.
So you have a whole bunch of people like
You just sort of
holding
looking
their-
at your wrist
Yeah.
and, oh, Harmonious.
Yeah.
And,
No.
yep.
Yep.
What's the point
So they-
other than
What?
to
I don't
Exactly.
I don't get it. At least
So
I
other
understood
people
what the
can
is.
see it.
Well, no, only if you raise your wrist.
Who's going to stand
It's
like
like,
that?
lights in front of you.
it's
Who
like
stands
everyone
like
putting a
that
hand
for,
up.
like,
Or maybe
20
what it is, it's
Well, if
to
you're
go
holding a
for-
gimbal.
You're holding a gimbal, your wrist is up anyway.
Right.
So-
I got the wrong hand.
Everybody's
whole
holding
So the
up a
person
phone or a
behind you can
gimbal
just
these
see your
days.
wrist. Yeah.
That's just like, yeah,
Oh.
think of people my height and they're going to see anything. It's bad enough with heads. If people start putting their hands up as well, goodness me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Brilliant.
Yeah.
actually,
Do we have any video? No, how's there's got to be video of this. At
There
this
is
point,
videos
right?
on social.
Is there-
It's on socials. It's on.
But
social
we
media.
haven't got it.
I've been out of the country.
Yeah.
I didn't know these things were happening.
Oh. I will
This is
say,
like, I wouldn't have
did
believed you if
watch
you told me
the-
that.
I did watch the Harmonious Live program. On
yeah, that's
Disney
good.
Plus.
yes, I've watched that.
If we could see it like that with a live orchestra, live singers,
Every
and everything,
night.
yeah, great.
Right,
I
live
love
singers,
that.
except we use the pre-recorded stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
broadcast.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I liked that show on the.
Like Milli
on
Vanilli
Disney
does
Plus.
Harmonious.
The problem was I
very
actually wanted to watch Harmonious. I didn't want to watch all of these people singing and the orchestra. I wanted to watch Harmonious.
While it was happening.
No, wait. John is still saying Beach Club into Epcot is the best way. Now, John, you got to make up your mind.
But that way does get you
Beach
into
Club
World
into-
Showcase earlier.
Yeah, it gets into World Showcase.
That's true.
Yeah.
But don't you feel like it's missing? See, I tend to agree with that is the best way in. But also, don't you feel like you're missing out on that Epcot experience, like walking through the plaza and the music going and seeing the fountain and and seeing like whether Spaceship Earth is actually running or not? Like, don't you feel like you missed out on that experience?
I like the fact that you've got to see if Spaceship Earth is broken today or if it's
Well,
actually
yeah, it's like is it up?
Is it good?
Yeah.
So we're on Spaceship Earth.
We're on Spaceship Earth. I like Spaceship Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm aware that it is probably going to be going.
Oh,
It needs an
homage.
update.
Well,
Thank
it was
you.
going to get one. Then,
It was
Supposed to get one, and I
And
wouldn't
she
be surprised
survived.
if they announced
Yep.
D23, do you think that's coming?
that they will
Yeah.
actually be doing it now.
Whether
get rid of
it'll be
They
a
might.
long-term
I think they
thing,
might.
but I don't know. It's so much
Oh.
else stuff changing, and
'Cause-
it's already been planned.
And not just that, because it breaks down so much, they need to fix it.
Did we talk about this previously about the idea? I don't want to claim this idea as mine, but I might. I think it was, but maybe it wasn't. And if no one's here to claim it otherwise, it's my idea. Okay, so imagine being able to you know how you can select the different languages in your
Oh, no,
car.
you did say this.
Right.
You
Yeah,
say
imagine if
this.
you could
I know exactly what
listen
you're gonna
to the
say.
different. You pick from any of the previous narrations. Wouldn't that
Yeah.
be
Oh,
great?
yeah.
You can
Why can't you
choose
do
one-
that? You should be.
Walter Cronkite? Did he do?
I don't want to
Yeah.
listen to Walter.
But it could be an option.
He could be an Walter
I think you
Cronkite
should-
optional. My
I
mother's
reckon
gonna
you should be able to
kill me
record
for
your
saying
own
that.
your own narration to it.
Maybe
Oh,
we
brilliant.
should do that.
Oh, we could.
What if we recorded our own narration that you could play? You just had
As
to
you're going
start at a
around.
certain
That's
spot.
the
Like when you get to the certain
episode
spot,
right there.
this
Oh, I
is
love
where
that.
you start it now, and we're gonna narrate it for you. They
Maybe
could
if
even
we-
pick.
Like-
They could pick. It's
We
like,
could all take a section.
you could all take a section.
There's enough of us.
Can you imagine?
This is okay. We're
fun.
getting way off topic, but this is worth pursuing.
Is this where we
That'd be
change the
must
show
do
into
Epcot,
Must Do
definitely.
Epcot to improve? How would you
Yeah.
try and improve Epcot?
Right.
We could do it for every attraction. A little
Yeah.
narration. It'd be like a self-guided tour.
Yeah,
Kind
we
of
could
thing.
do.
Oh, this is
Could
brilliant.
do Figment.
It's a bit like Rival Lou's
Yes.
guided tours. This would be like the updated version.
But much more entertaining.
Right? It could be.
We could just do a British version.
Yes. Oh, yeah. We could
Yeah.
make it really British with lots of
Yeah.
pleases and
Yes.
thank yous and.
I'm sorry. Mary's right. She's like, she's taking you way off topic. That's true. Okay.
And
Spaceship
pronounce properly.
Earth is
Yes.
a must do.
Yeah.
Renaissance.
It is.
I can feel Judi Dench wincing when she has to say Renaissance.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's
Yeah.
it's painful. Oh,
And math.
hives. Math, yeah.
Math.
Yes.
Maths. There's an S on the
You
end.
know she's just closing her eyes and thinking of the paycheck. Yeah.
She's like, math.
Not the paycheck. Bob.
No, not. Oh, there's a horrible thought. Anyway, moving on.
Oh, Mary says she's not a
Moving
must
on
do for her.
swiftly. Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Yes,
one
yes,
every
you're right, Dan. A British voice has done it before. Jeremy Irons.
Several
Yes.
times, yeah, Jeremy Irons.
See, now I'm thinking
Yes.
Tom Hiddleston.
Oh, don't get me
Oh,
started.
please, yes.
You're
Please.
just
I would
adding...
just go round and round on Spaceship Earth. That'd be it.
That's fine. You can do that. I'm going on
I'll stay
Guardians.
there.
It's all good.
I'll
Yeah.
be fine for the day.
Now,
Pick me up on your way
yes.
out.
Glorious purpose.
Drop me off at the beginning, pick me up on your way home.
Oh, yeah. If he narrated it as Loki.
Oh, I
That
don't
would
really
matter.
care.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Well, there was lots of rumours
Taking
when
a turn, isn't it?
the refurb
Oh,
that they announced it. There was a lot of things where they were going to introduce Figment into the attraction, into whether that was going to be something, because Figment is the mascot of Epcot.
He is.
yeah.
And we all
Would
love
you-
Figment, don't we?
Yeah,
We do.
I think
We all love Figment. I'd like to see a better version.
The
of his
character
ride.
or the
The
attraction?
character.
The
Yeah.
character.
It's not to like
Yeah.
about who doesn't like. Tell you, the Figment on the attraction, he's a little annoying.
yes.
I remember the first time
Yeah.
we did that ride, I came off of it thinking, what have I just been on?
The original Figment was not
He
like
grows
that at
on
all.
you, but
Yeah.
Yeah, like a fungus.
Yeah.
So the
But-
attraction,
but-
I think,
I
is
would like
a
to
bit
see
weird.
a version of
Yeah.
the ride. Or,
it's a
yeah.
bit odd.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the
But
sound
there
of
is
it, the
one
original
thing-
version was a lot. Yeah.
John said that there is always one reason to ride it, and that's to see this. And I
Aw.
kind of agree
Yeah.
with him. And a little wave to double,
Yeah.
good to see him there.
Robin
Hope,
Williams.
Yeah.
when they do finally obliterate the whole ride, hopefully they'll do something with that.
That's yeah.
Hopefully they'll keep
Rather
all the
than
pictures that are along that wall.
Yeah. So, but it's,
Please
it's,
don't let
Figment can't
Figment
belong to this
narrate
world. I'm
Spaceship
talking about the
Earth. Can you
attraction,
imagine?
not just.
Yeah.
I think that would be great. That would be so
Can you
cool for
imagine?
kids, though, to have that option
Is-
of choosing Figment.
Yeah.
That would
Choosing,
be.
Never mind kids. I'd like that as an adult.
choosing. Wait, what do you mean? Choosing
Oh.
Figment?
To
Choosing
narrate
Figment to be your
Spaceship Earth.
narrator on Spaceship
Oh.
Earth.
Oh, really?
Kids would like that.
Okay,
Oh.
maybe.
Oh.
What
So-
about? Oh, go ahead.
Anyway, we've had
go
a
on.
question. We've had a question from Karen asking about Ratatouille. Let's jump all the way over
Oh, we're all the way to the back of the park
France.
now.
Oh,
Well, we've
okay.
done. Yeah.
We're going to jump backwards and forwards. So, Karen,
Yeah.
yes,
We'll jump.
Yeah.
if you get a Grey Goose Slushie on your way.
Like,
the answer.
yes.
And
Or
if the
two.
cube isn't
Or
2 hours
two.
long.
Yeah.
Yeah, one that you can keep cold,
Yeah.
and one for immediate use.
Yeah.
I think it also depends on whether you've done it before.
Yep.
I mean, if you have, again, like I just had this conversation with my two boys, and Alex was saying he wants to do Ratatouille. He hasn't done it yet, and Henry was basically ready, like, you don't need to do it. Don't worry, because he's not a big fan of it. And Alex like just shut him. He was like, I'm gonna do it. Just don't stop. I'm gonna do it. So I think if you haven't done it before, certainly it doesn't matter. Yeah, wait a couple hours even to do it. You need to experience it.
Yeah.
You need to
Colleen's
experience
a
it
fan.
twice, though. Actually, you need to do it once the way they want you to do it,
Yep.
and then you need to do it the second time the Jason method, which is to take the glasses off for most of the attraction, except when you enter the screen rooms. Then put the glasses on, because that's the only thing that you need to see in 3D. Otherwise, you're missing out on a lot of the peripheral stuff.
Because it's so
and-
dark and it's.
Yeah, take the glasses off for most of the attraction and put them back on for when you're in the screen rooms.
And also, if you've done the one in Disneyland Paris, definitely give the one in Epcot a go. It's the actual attraction isn't different, but the queue is slightly different.
Cube's slightly
Ever so
different. The screens are more
Ever so-
updated.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Um,
It doesn't
But
give as many
interesting that it-
headaches as.
You know that in the queue when Gusto comes up, spoiler, Gusto comes up over the top of the buildings when you're in that sort of
Yeah.
rooftop scene in the queue.
Yeah.
He still speaks in French to everyone, which I think is fantastic, because we had
Yeah.
a couple of Canadians in the front of us who really funnily were talking to each other in French, saying, "Oh, we're the only people who can understand it. This is really funny." And of course, they were speaking in French. I was like, "No, you're not." But I'm not even going to get into that discussion. And then somebody asked them, "Oh, are you French?" And they're like, "No, we're Canadian. But do you understand what you're saying?" And they're like, The other people in the queue were like, "We don't know what you're saying," so they were doing like a little interpretation. It was hysterical. It
Yeah.
kept me amused for about 10 minutes. The fact that they thought that they could talk in French and no one else understood was so funny.
Oh, that used to be my favorite trick when I lived in London. Was if you heard people speaking in French or German or whatever on the tube, you'd just not say anything and just get up
Just
to leave
listen.
and just au revoir.
Yeah, just listen and see what. Yeah,
Yeah.
good fun.
Guten Tag. And they'd all go, oh,
Yeah.
and you could see people think, did we say anything horrible?
What did we say? Yeah.
Well, you know what's not in French?
Mm-hmm.
The Nemo.
No.
Nice,
The
nice.
Seas of
French.
Nemo. And that is a must-do attraction.
Yeah.
Period. Absolutely. It is so peaceful.
Really?
It's so relaxing. It is immersive. The characters are great. Everything's well done.
And the song is stuck in your head for hours after
Yeah.
this Big Blue World.
Right. It depends on which scene you get stuck in if the ride stops. The queue itself, don't use the what do they call it? What do they call
Genie
Fast
Plus?
Pass nowadays? What are they calling it this week? Don't do any of those lightning lane genie skip
No,
the box
there's no
button
point for that
things.
one.
Just you go through the standard queue. It's just like Everest. Like you don't want to skip the queue. Go through the proper queue. I love that experience. Apparently, Claire's not a big fan.
I prefer the actual pavilion. Looking
Right,
at
Becca.
all
So
the
that's the bit
animals.
I can spend probably an hour, maybe 90 minutes just at the manatee bit. Talking to the cast member there and just
I thought she was going to
watching.
say talking to the manatee.
Yeah, I do.
I love little manatee. How are you talking about
I'm talking
manatee?
whale. Ooh, Becca, you talk whale, don't you?
Sometimes.
We've been here before. I love watching the manatee. They fascinate me. And then we chat to the cast member about them and how they're cared for and what's happened to them and their story and everything. And I love all the tanks and all of that stuff. But the actual attraction, I can deal without. Really. I like the tunnely bit where it's the spinny bit where you feel like you're going underwater, with Crush and you twist it because I like the sort of the virtual reality bit.
They call the P something. Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, that bit. I like that bit. But other than that, it's very much like Little Mermaid ride in Magic Kingdom, isn't it? It's basically the same. Basically the same attraction.
It's not the same. It's not even. I mean, it's the same. It's like this. It's a dark ride with music and characters that are beloved. Beyond that, it's not really the same attraction.
What about Turtle Talk? How do you feel about Turtle Talk, Jason?
Now, Turtle Talk I
That's
like.
brilliant.
Yes.
We've only done it once.
We have.
You have to do it
But
at
I
least
still-
once, and if
I
you have
still
children,
love
you
it.
should do it every time.
Yeah.
And if you have a child who is if it's their birthday or close to the birthday, have them wear the birthday button and sit up front. They're going to 100% get picked. 100%. They're going to get picked.
I don't know. When we saw it, is there always a signer there? I don't know if that was just certain performances. But when we saw it, when we saw it, there was a signer there who was really, really getting into the spirit of it and trying to sort of channel the whole Crush attitude. And we were trying to work out what the sign for dude was.
Oh,
I can find out.
Yeah.
Both my boys.
did you work it out?
ASL.
No good at that sort of thing. But yeah.
I'm trying to think what else. I mean, we talked about the land. We'll gloss over Soarin'. We'll keep
Yes,
moving.
we will.
No.
Soarin'.
What are you talking about?
Soarin'
Soarin'
completely.
is a must.
Soarin's a must do.
at least
Even
once.
in its current incarnation, it's a
No,
must do at
it's
least
not.
one time. I agree.
It's
I
a
agree.
do it once every 5 years.
Must miss.
Is that like living with the land?
No,
I am
because I do
determined.
live with the land every year.
Yeah.
Jill,
I'm
be a
determined
voice
to
of
do it
reason
this
here.
time. Well, I'm determined to do it this time because I did it on our first visit. Second visit, I had a funny 5 minutes. I think because I was sat in the front row on the end, and I just freaked out because I could
Because of
see-
everything bending?
Yeah, no, I never even got that far. Basically, because I was sat at the end and I could see just space next to me. So I freaked out basically, and I asked them to let me off, and they did. So I did.
Oh, you didn't even get air? You didn't?
No, I didn't. Yeah,
You were
so-
on the ground and got
Yeah,
freaked out.
I had a funny 5 minutes.
I
so,
did
yeah.
that my first try of Soarin'.
Yeah.
Sat in the seats. Looked
I was
at the
kicking myself
contraption
because,
and
I was
went,
kicking myself.
no, not
I
doing
can
this.
do it.
Yeah.
I've done it before.
You know
I
what? If
I
you're going to
can do
kick yourself, you should do it without your shoes on.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Because number one, it won't hurt as much, and number two, that's the proper way to do soaring.
It is.
Ew. Maybe not.
No,
No, the proper way to do soaring is the way Claire does soaring in France with the Grey Goose Slushie.
Sounds like you've had one already.
It does, doesn't it?
Oh, okay, wait. So this is a good point. I wish they built a third screen, that they kept one screen for the old version and you had a choice. Because that is a great idea, because in Disneyland Park, the submarine voyage with Nemo, they have that accessible room that you can go and use. You don't have to climb down into the submarine and be claustrophobic and that sort of thing. You can go into that room. It's air conditioned. You get the same experience, and you can leave whenever you want if you need to. That's a really great idea to be able to do the same thing with Soarin'. Great idea.
An even better idea. Put it on random so you don't know which one you're getting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. But you can't have an opinion because you don't ride. But yes, for those of us who ride.
No, but I can have ideas.
Okay, would you
Absolutely.
ride if
Why
you didn't have the
can't I
incident we
get
had
that?
last time where the cast member lied to you about where you were going to be sitting?
No, because it still goes up in the air.
That's all right. I'll go on it. It's fine.
You can go on it. I'll go on it in 5 years' time.
Just set a row of
So
chairs
good.
in the front
Yeah.
as everyone's feet sweep over.
Yeah.
Oh my
Be
goodness.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like
the
they
idea.
do for the Minions ride in Universal. They have what they call a stationary ride, i.e. a bench.
What about a virtual reality experience where you could just watching the movie with the
That
headset
might be
on,
better.
because you
As
can
long
always
as your
take
feet
that
are on the
off,
floor.
right?
Yeah.
You can
My
always
feet are on the floor and I can
Yeah,
take that
you're-
off and throw it away.
yeah.
Yeah. I did that in SeaWorld when they did the Polar Express thing, which is a similar kind of thing. There was a version where you just sat in a shed and watched the film.
John said Soarin' is
Right.
amazing.
I did that. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. With your jump.
Well, the fact that I don't ride it means that there's more space for other people. There we
Yeah.
are. I'm being kind to everyone.
You're just
Yeah.
getting in the Grey Goose Slushie line.
Well, no, because actually, rather than Soarin', I would go and ride that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, any day of the week. Especially
and
at night.
And that's Millie, because she loves Test Track so much. She that was after her first ride on Test Track, and she was just like, I love this, I need to do it again. And yeah, Test Track is the win in our house, definitely.
Yeah.
It's the
All of it.
competition
It's the
aspect as well.
competitive nature as well.
Yeah, completely.
It's
Make the ugly
scoring.
car.
Make the ugly car as fast and powerful and just.
Best scoring car.
Yes, yes.
And I swear I've seen some of those cars driving down the Eiffel.
Absolutely. They're just you've got to make it as vile as you possibly can. There's no room for taste on Test Track.
I mean, while we are talking about attractions in Future World, I mean, you can't, in Guardians now, clearly,
Yeah.
with the exception of people who are prone to motion sickness, I think that Guardians has to be on the list. It has to be.
I'm definitely doing the
Definitely.
queue.
Yeah.
Right,
At
and that's what I
least-
was going to say.
at
You need
least,
to at least
yeah.
do the queue. Don't you?
The queue
Yeah.
is incredible.
If you're feeling brave, do the ride.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Yep.
You were
It's
brave.
Look
100%
at
worth
brave
it.
Becca.
Yeah. I love that ride. That
Becca, what were you looking at? That were you looking down on space
Absolutely.
at that point? Or
I
were
had
you-
no idea what I was
I don't
looking at.
know.
You're like, oh, look at the
I'm just
wondrous
gonna look off
universe.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look down there,
Look at
passing
the light
asteroid.
flashing before your eyes.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I can't even work out where they take the picture. I
I
think
was-
it's the bit where you go backwards.
I was just in
so-
shock because I got hit with a hat.
Yeah.
Was that when you went
You have to pay
backwards? Did
extra
it
for
come
that,
flying?
though.
Yeah, it was just. I think it was on the first drop,
But
and it wasn't going back up.
I don't know.
I can't remember. All
Don't
I know
ask
is
me. All I know is he started off with the hat, and by the time he got to the picture, he didn't have it anymore.
Yeah.
Did you yell at did he not pay attention to Marcus's safety video?
no,
Apparently
I did
not.
not.
What are you doing?
I was amazed how roomy those seats are
They are very roomy.
compared to other attractions that I thought that sort of
It's a-
intensity.
It's a very comfortable seat, right?
Yeah.
Arguably, it's weird because everyone says it's a comfortable attraction. Everyone, which I don't understand. Like, how is it possible that they've made an attraction seat, like a ride vehicle seat, that just somehow conforms to everyone.
Yeah.
And they can't do this on an airplane?
Yeah.
You're like, just give me that seat.
I'm fairly certain those seats are bigger than most airline seats.
Sure they are, yeah.
Maybe some smaller brother version of it or something then.
Yeah.
It's super comfortable.
Oh,
The smoothest ride. That's the other thing. That attraction, unless, like I was saying, unless you're really prone to motion sickness, you really should try it. Because it is, if you say like, oh, I don't like roller coasters, this is the smoothest coaster I've ever been on. It doesn't do any like flippy flip things. It doesn't, it's not
Doesn't
like
jerk
that.
you
It's
around even while it's spinning.
your head doesn't feel
incredible
shaken
music.
when you're finished. The music's, music's
The
great.
music's
Just
the
it
best
is
part.
probably only right.
Even if you do get Tears for Fears 4 times in a row, it's fine.
Yeah, but if you manage to get Blondie, you're in for a treat.
Yeah. I still think that's the best one.
The less said about the Conga, the better.
Haven't got that one yet.
Depends on the
Which
conga.
conga?
Yeah.
Yes, I think we should have our own tunes. You should be able to choose. I know that at Christmas they're going to change the music, aren't they?
Yeah,
And
there's a
have
bit of
have
Christmas
some
medley, I
different-
think.
a Christmas
Cool.
medley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm slightly
intrigued
disappointed
to
that
know
we're
what
not
it's
going to be
gonna
going over there at Christmas to see it, to listen to it.
Well, I'll let you know what it's like. Hopefully.
Yeah.
So while we're over there now, I love Mission Space, and so does Mills actually. I do orange, always orange, and so does Morgan. Dan and Millie tend to do green, just because I think centrifuge for 9-year-old might be a bit much. But you know, she can do it if she wants. I think it might be a bit intense. But
But it's a
love
different It's a different story.
It's completely different, yeah. And
Yeah.
actually, the green is awesome. It's such
I love green.
The story on green is probably better than the story on orange.
Mm-hmm.
But by that point, you don't care because you feel like you're about to vomit and your head's about
Not
to
on green,
explode.
on orange.
No, on orange, yeah. So
Yeah.
you feel you don't really care what the story is because you're trying to move your hand forward to press the button that makes no difference. But it's fun.
Mission Space is the one ride that we've not done.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd
Yes.
love it. You'd love it.
Probably, because I do like a spinning.
I don't think Ben would like it.
I don't.
Ben wouldn't
know.
I don't
like
think
it.
Ben would like it at all.
Ben would
But
hate
Mission
it.
Space Green,
I
I
agree.
think would be fine, Ben.
I'll
Do you not
give
get
green a go.
claustrophobic, Ben?
A little
He gets
bit.
claustrophobic.
A little
Yeah.
bit.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I'll go with you. It'll be fine.
Is that corner of the park sponsored by a sick bag
They-
manufacturer?
They blow the air that they blow air, like nice cold air in your face the whole time. It's great. It's
It's like,
refreshing.
sponsored by Huey and Ralph.
This is what I'll do. You'll ride together. I'll make sure I have like a breath mint or something, and I'll just kind of like blow in your direction. That way, it'll feel like it's a minty breeze that's coming, that's washing over. It'd be great. Or we'll get one of those little Christmas tree vent cup things with it.
Car air freshener.
Yes.
The car air freshener. That's it.
Yeah. One of the little fans.
As for in that part of the park as well, what do we all think of Space 220?
Not done it.
Okay. Not been.
I've looked at it and we've had a reservation and cancelled it.
It's
not a-
expensive.
I'm not a huge fan of the menu.
No.
Okay. I suggest if you're going to do it, go to the bar.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't make an ADR for that anyway, and so you may have to wait a little bit for it. But go to the bar. You can order a la carte. You can do like a drink and a snack or something, and that's still going to set you back a few dollars. It's not cheap, even by Disney standards. It's expensive. Like for the full meal there, and it's beautiful. Like it's cool. The experience is cool. The space elevator, simulated space elevator, and everything is really cool. But then it's also a little gimmicky, right? And so it's a cool effect, but not for that much money. That's how I felt about it. The food was delicious. The drinks are cleverly done, and it's cool to see. But once you've seen it, remember you're tethered. You got You're tethered to a space elevator, so your scene of Earth is not going to change. Okay, so you're looking at essentially a static image with the occasional things floating past, right? So don't expect to see like the Earth turning or anything cool like that. It's like after you've been there for about 5 minutes. Yeah, okay. It's like seeing Big Ben in Parliament, folks. Like, oh look, kids.
It's there.
Tiny drink, no alcohol, $12.
$12. Yeah.
Ouch.
Welcome to EPCOT.
Yeah.
That's
Yikes. Yeah.
Yeah, for a lunch menu.
Yeah,
Get
that's lots.
on the monorail, go to Steakhouse 71, and then come back to Epcot.
Hey, Lloyd.
I mean, I don't want to advocate for this either. I don't want you to take a spot away from somebody else who wants it. But maybe you go in, maybe you get your, or even wait for the bar or something. You go in, you have your experience, you see it, and you're like, you know what? I've changed my mind. Go use the bathroom. I'm gonna use the restroom before I order a drink. And then take the elevator back down.
Yeah.
Lloyd, I love your thinking.
The rest of the venue.
Yeah. Or of course, you could go to the Skyliner bar in Disneyland Paris and have kind of the same thing happening.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And funny enough,
drinks, probably.
on the Wish, the Star Wars bar has got the same sort of
digital
design.
windows.
I am getting a little worried though that we're getting to this point where we say, I know what we should do. Let's put a big screen on the wall. And we'll call it insert here, like whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll say, what are we, Universal?
It's almost like you could just go and walk through an airport hangar and you never actually go into anywhere other than just digital screens and you're virtually there.
There's an idea though. Like you can go on the Orient Express and have a very posh, expensive dinner. Maybe they should do it on the Hogwarts Express at Universal.
don't say those words, Jill.
Can you imagine eating a really posh dinner and having
how many times you have to go back and forth?
Yeah.
Maybe a very posh snack.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Eat up, everybody.
I actually thought you were going to say on the Magic Kingdom Railroad.
Oh,
no, that would be amazing.
that.
Oh yes.
I always
Dining carriage right at the back.
Yeah,
Oh,
dining
car.
car on the railroad.
I always think they should give you a snack sort of pack for People Mover. Imagine about people trying to
have a lunch
trying
box to go with you.
trying to eat in the dark.
Yeah.
That's not. You know what? Okay. So this is another. We can't cover this topic today, obviously, but a topic to consider for discussion, which could be something like the top attractions to maybe have a picnic on, or a little lunch, or a little
Something that needs food with.
Yeah. Not Spaceship Earth. Not Mission Space.
Spaceship Earth. Yeah, I don't know.
Not
Probably
Guardian.
could on Spaceship Earth.
Probably could on Spaceship Earth, yeah. Not Mission
As long
Space.
as you've eaten it all by the time you get the backwards bit.
But then that goes alongside my idea to make Impressions de France bearable, which is to have a little wine flight that goes with it.
Yeah.
That would make it
Why do you have to be
much better.
I can support the wine flight for sure, but you don't have to be. You don't have
Sushi
to
on
be
Dumbo.
disparaging about it. My goodness, sushi on Dumbo.
Okay.
Sushi on
So
Nemo.
this will probably
Yeah, sushi on Nemo.
That's a different story. That's one of the most inappropriate foods to eat.
Sushi under the sea.
That'd be... Zach, I love that idea. I can't get used to you being on YouTube, but I love that idea.
It's gonna be weird. All those people passing you by as you're trying to eat.
Yeah.
On Dumbo.
Anna's plastic wine flight.
Yeah,
Cheese.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Du vin, du pain, du boursin.
Right.
And just little mini baguettes, like a little mini baguette and a little glass of wine, and
Yeah. I would almost go back to Impressions de France for that. That would be okay.
And when it's Beauty and the Beast, you can have the grey stuff instead.
Right, that'd be
Ooh,
great. And the
that'd be
kitchens
good.
are right there. It's so simple.
I like that idea.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
so-
margaritas on Grand Fiesta, maybe.
that'd be good.
Yeah.
Well, I think that happens already.
Yeah.
I'm sure
That'd
it
be
does.
necessary.
Well, that leads us on to do it. Is that a must-do for us to do the 3 Caballeros?
Yes.
Just for me.
Good.
I wouldn't say it's a must do.
Yeah, it is for me. I love them.
Oh,
I love it. But if you, I mean, it's a must do for me. But if we're saying like, look, you got a very limited time, you have one day in Epcot,
Yeah.
kind of thing. Is it a must do? Then
Yeah.
I think it depends on the queue.
I have to.
I think
We've
seeing
never
the
seen the
inside,
queue
going
for
into the
less
pyramid.
Never
is
seen a
important.
20 minutes.
Yeah, what
Oh,
queue?
yeah, queues can form there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been quite lucky to never experience the queue.
I've queued. I'd
I
still
think
do
we
it.
need to jump down a couple of pavilions though and hit up Norway.
Oh.
Norway.
Yeah.
There's a
Norway.
ride there that we haven't spoken about yet.
You mean?
Oh, sorry.
Maelstrom.
Oh,
Back over the balls.
Yeah. What about the Frozen Ever After?
Frozen Ever After.
it's not a
That
must do for
must-do?
me. It's a must do if it's your first time to Epcot.
Or if you have a
If you didn't do Maelstrom.
Yeah.
yeah. If you didn't do Maelstrom, or if you've got a small child
Yeah.
that enjoys Frozen.
It is an investment of time or money or both
Yeah.
to do it. So there's
Do it
that.
first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
I think it's overrated, quite frankly. I think it's...
Oh, it is.
Oh,
It
yes.
is, yeah. But
It's fine.
but that scene, come on, the Let It Go scene,
Oh, yeah.
that's pretty well done.
Yeah.
That's pretty powerful. When you're like kind of backing away. I mean, that's like, oh, it was the first time I experienced that. I was like, oh, this is nice. I don't even like this song, but this is nice.
And you have all of that cold air behind you.
Yeah, I love
And
the
it's
cold
just
air.
like-
You know, I am about the minty air, Ben.
But then
I
there's
think
no oil rig afterwards. So
There's no
Yeah.
petroleum. No, that's true.
I think
See,
I
I
agree
haven't
with
done it.
Mary.
Mhm.
It's an overrated ride, but you do kind of have to do it.
I still
At
haven't
least
done it
once
yet
a trip.
because
Lloyd is right. Just let it go.
Just let it go, guys. Yeah. Our
Yeah, I
first
think-
trip, it was still Maelstrom, and we did it. And second trip, it was closed because it hadn't
Yeah.
yet opened as Frozen. So definitely gonna do it.
Well,
once.
now with Genie Plus Lightning Lane changing it again week on week, it's now not part of it, of the individual one.
It's not an individual lightning lane anymore.
No.
This
No, there's only going to be one per park up until end of.
when did that happen?
It was
Earlier
announced
today,
earlier
apparently,
today.
it was announced.
So yet another change.
today,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yet again another change of Genie Plus. I think everyone's just got to just open
This
the app
just
and see
in.
what's on. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Newsflash.
So, yeah.
Walter Cronkite lives.
I
but,
can't keep up.
but it'll be
Yeah.
included in the $15 a day, but not the
So the
you don't
queue's
pay
still going to be
individually for
massive then.
Yeah.
So
not
what
bad.
about
The queue-
so is what's the
It'll be
lightning lane?
Guardians.
Is it
That's the one
Ratatouille?
that's
Guardians
individual.
is the
Guardians.
Guardians.
So Ratatouille
Ratatouille
is
is now.
Right, that's been like that. That's just standby, and
Yep.
that
and-
changed before, right?
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Wow.
And then Guardians still has the paid lightning lane.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the virtual queue.
Yep.
Right, but
Gets
it's
all-
it's the lotto. It's the lottery
Yeah.
virtual
Yeah.
queue, right? Which I really despise. I hate that. I think
It's that randomness of like, okay, there's so much pressure on just getting up at 7 a.m., pressing the button. Hopefully, you get the time that you
Says
want.
the guy that managed to get it 4 times on our last trip.
You should have
Yeah.
seen Alex's face when he's like, well, how do you ride? And I said, well, you get up
Ask Ben.
before 7 a.m. And he looked at me like, say what?
That time exists.
Well, I guess that's not happening. 7 a.m. You must be joking. This is also after he said, so wait, I have to pick up a park reservation. I have to leave the app and go to the. So don't just
yeah.
just go with it. Yeah. Well, I don't know how I feel about that. I guess it's fine.
But it's dated until December 7th. So by then, things would have
Okay.
changed again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Does that actually give a link into
Oh.
Tron opening?
yeah.
Yes,
Possibly.
I mean that's what I've heard. The
'Cause the only
expectation
reason
is December,
they
is
would-
beginning of December. Yeah.
Change
Yeah.
7 Dwarves
But then move to Tron.
would move to Tron, surely.
When
that
do you
opens.
think Tron might open?
Well, at the minute, 7th of December.
December. I think it's. Did they say it? Say it.
Yeah, they said
No.
no, they haven't said it yet.
They haven't
no.
said it, but
I think.
if-
I
if
think it's
that's
gonna
the
be
day they're
first week of
changing the
December.
paid lightning lanes,
I
then
think soft
somewhere around
openings
there.
will be November and leading to the December opening.
It would make
That
sense
seems to be what.
it would make sense for Thanksgiving,
It would.
but I'm sure we'll
I mean,
find
for
out in
capacity
September.
purposes.
We'll find out next month at D23.
Yeah.
I think that's.
Or we come back on the 19th, so probably the 20th.
No, at D23, you're going to find out when they're going to tell you.
Yeah. We're going to announce it in a week's time. Let's announce it now.
Yeah, we've got this
At
big
our- at
event,
our-
and we're not going
at
to
our
tell you
earnings
anything,
call.
and then yeah.
Right.
Unfortunately, Karen, no, the train isn't open yet.
No, but the
I want that
tracks.
to open.
The tracks are laid, or
I
it's
think
not.
the tracks are. I think they're laid. I think they've been uncovering them, and I think it's close.
And the cast are back, so the cast are in training.
Yes.
So that's a positive sign. Wrong park though, people.
I know.
I
Yeah,
know,
we have moved.
How'd that happen? That darn monorail.
Yeah.
So
Right,
convenient.
let's jump back on the monorail.
Yeah.
I want to go back to Norway because actually I think Norway's got. There are some must-dos in Norway, and actually when you've got a small child who likes princesses, I would say that Akershus
Yeah.
is a must-do over and above Cinderella's Royal Table because it's more accessible, easier to get an ADR. It's definitely cheaper. It's not cheap, but it's definitely cheaper than Cinderella's Royal Table, and you get a really great princess experience. So I think that for me, Akershus would be a must-do if I was looking for a princess character meal option.
Is it back open?
I don't think so.
It's not yet,
been
but it
announced
will.
yet, no.
All the character dining is coming back now, so I think it. When you look at artist
Only
point,
a matter of time.
that's back, so-
It seems to be they're just doing like they announced 3, but in like blocks. So it's like in a 3 months' time, there's another one. It's just
They need to hurry that up a bit. 3 restaurants every 3 months. It's not very much.
Can I while we're there, I'd say you have to go back across over to the Stave Church and go in there, especially if you're a Marvel fan.
Yes.
Yeah.
And learn all about the Norse history and the Thor, Odin, and all that. I mean, it's great. And the sound effects in there are amazing.
Really cool.
And it's air conditioned.
Yeah.
Which is always helpful.
People don't realise you can walk around. There's like a little pathway around the outside of it, inside the railings, which is really cool.
And it's always empty.
Yeah, there's no one in
Not
it.
always
goes in
empty,
it.
not when you're trying
Other
to
than people
record
trying to get the air
sound.
conditioning. The doors are a bit creaky as well. So yeah.
And every so often they do a really nice photo pass outside.
Do they?
Yeah, when they're closed.
Oh, that shot of the
the
especially
doorway.
in the evening. Especially in the evening, it's beautiful the way it's lit. Yeah,
I have to wonder with talking of Akershus, whether they might consider doing it as an Anna and Elsa hosted
Oh, I hope not.
party because
I think
because
not.
having seen the inside of the building, I've not been inside but seen photos. It does look very much like Arendelle.
See,
That's
I
it.
don't
It just
think
looks
they
like
would.
it just looks like a stone castle inside. It
See,
could be
I don't
anything.
think they would do it because they've got the meet and greet opposite. I
Over
don't
Yeah.
someone
think.
else.
I think it would make sense to keep the princess as it is or as
Yeah.
it was, and then you've got the meet and greet. So it's just 2 things that keep them in Norway.
Yeah.
And yes,
Otherwise
Mary,
you've got-
thank you. I get the joke. Yes, Akershus.
Yes.
Bless you.
Karen saying which princesses are there? There is Belle, Snow White, Ariel, Aurora, and who am I missing? There's 5. Who's the 5th one?
Jasmine?
Jasmine. Yeah.
Did she get
And they
lost
come
or something?
round. Yeah, took a wrong turn
Bit
somewhere
random.
near Morocco.
Yes.
Well, I was going to say all of them are princesses
Yeah,
that
but
you
they're-
can find
they're-
around World Showcase.
Yeah,
They
Yeah, but
are,
the other ones,
conveniently.
they're like within driving distance of Norway.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
So.
Well, she came by carpet,
Yeah.
Right.
that's true. That's true. It's not
It's a
her
whole
carpet.
world.
so it's-
Yeah.
obviously. Yeah.
And the food is, I think the food's really good. Jason, I don't know how you feel having eaten in Scandinavia recently, whether you think
Honestly,
the
I-
smorgasbord approach is
I don't know that I've ever eaten in there ever.
okay.
I know I haven't.
I like seriously. I don't. I mean, I love the food. I would love the food. I love that food. Their sweets, like it's not as good as Danish sweets, but it's okay. It's whatever. But it's not. It's. I like. I wouldn't go because it's the whole character dining thing. So
Yeah.
like
People.
that prevented me from doing it.
Let's
Oh,
keep
man.
moving round World Showcase.
Yeah.
Where else have we? Because I'm aware of the time, but we're going to keep going.
Yeah.
China, is that a must-do? I mean, we're not going to go
Yes.
to
Only
all
the
things,
shop.
but
The shopping, the exploring, sitting
Yeah,
and
it's a really
enjoying
nice
the
shop at the
scenery.
back.
The shopping's fantastic. Oh, the chips, the crisps. Sorry, crisps are
no,
amazing.
no, don't
Yes.
even go there.
Yes, they're wonderful.
They're weird.
What
That's
flavour
what's
are they again?
wonderful about them.
Yeah,
They
Jason, what
all-
flavour are the crisps?
They got all sorts of flavors. They have like steak and onions. They've got
I think we have that over here.
they've
It's
got
like crispy shrimp
they
or
have
something
crispy
random.
something.
Shrimp.
This is the people.
We could just call that prawn cocktail.
Yeah, we
I was
have.
getting ready to
No,
say
no.
you
Don't be
can't tell me
fooled.
that
They taste nothing like prawn cocktail.
they're not nearly as good as Walker's prawn cocktail. That's true,
Okay.
but they're still tasty.
There was some weird chicken one as well, which
There was
was
a weird chicken one. There was a weird chicken one.
I think we'll try them next year.
They're
might have
lovely.
to.
It's
We're gonna
fun.
we're gonna do a bit of research and we will try the crisps next year.
crayfish. Anna,
That
that's
is-
right.
Ah.
Crayfish.
Mm.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
I'll try 'em.
It's not like eating a crayfish out of the pond or something. It's not like you're taking it's not like a snail.
That'd
It's
be
not
good.
like someone's like, hey, you know what we should eat?
Escargot
You know what we should eat?
flavour.
Escargot
like
crisp.
Escargot crisp.
We'll find those over in France.
Oh, can you imagine?
Oh,
You need some
Crunchy
sticky cheese
crisps.
crisps.
No.
That's what we need.
Raclette crisps.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. I would
It's an
absolutely-
actual raclette with some.
They did do Brussels
Chips.
sprouts walkers a couple of years ago, didn't they?
They did.
They
They
did.
did
They did
Christmas.
They did
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Christmas ones.
They did sprout crisps.
Wait.
They did Christmas
Their
crisps.
idea of Christmas crisps were Brussels sprouts?
There was
Yeah.
Brussels
Yeah.
sprouts,
Brussels
there was
sprouts, pigs in
frozen-
blanket,
Pigs in
and
Pigs and
Pigs in
blankets
blanket, I
and
can-
turkey and stuffing.
turkey
Turkey
and
and
stuffing.
Sure, turkey stuffing. Yeah, I can understand that too.
But
But-
yeah, and roast.
Brussels
There was like
sprouts.
there was it Brussels
beef,
sprouts
that-
with
they already
roast
have
potatoes
that.
or something. It was something bizarre like that. It was great.
pigs in blankets in the UK are different from the US.
Yeah.
Pigs in blankets in the UK is sausage wrapped in bacon.
I accept that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas in the US, it's basically
It's
a
a
sausage
biscuit.
roll, isn't it? Yeah.
It's like a sausage in a biscuit,
Yeah.
but not your kind of biscuit. Our kind of biscuit.
Yeah.
Like a
Yes.
I digress.
Portwood
it's a whole
travel. Yes, we used to have hedgehog crisps.
Yes.
We used to have hedgehog flavored crisps.
They were great.
I have no idea whether they actually tasted like hedgehog for obvious reasons.
Right, no one does.
Never eaten
Because
a hedgehog.
no one's
raw
going to
ones.
admit to having eaten a hedgehog, even if they have. They're just like, oh well, you know what? This didn't taste like the hedgehog I ate.
Real hedgehog.
Maybe that's what Epcot need to do. Each pavilion now have crisps from
Yeah.
that
From
country.
that
I think
country.
they do.
Specifically.
Well,
I don't know.
Japan.
Because I know,
Go
I
to
think a lot of people, people go and they try the hats on in each country, or they get a drink
Yeah.
in each country. But actually, you should try the different crisps. That would be cool.
It's probably, well, there are weird flavor stuff in Mitsukoshi because I
yeah.
recently watched a video
Yeah.
of TDR Explorer who does YouTube videos for Japan, basically going around Mitsukoshi. You can buy this in Japan for $1.
Yeah, you can. There's definitely weird stuff in Japan,
Oh yeah.
but there's also good stuff in Japan
Yeah.
Yeah.
because there's
yeah.
this area.
It's got katsu. It's
Katsura
got
grill.
katsura grill.
Katsura Grill in it, and it's got the cool seats around the outside, which people miss
That's not
completely.
Katsura Grill.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. That's Tokyo Dining. That shot is of Tokyo Dining. That's upstairs. Because you're looking down at the little Zen. You're in the Zen Garden area in front of the Japan Pavilion, looking up towards Tokyo Dining, and that's the balcony of Tokyo Dining.
Is it?
I'm not disagreeing with your feeling about Katsura Grill. Katsura Grill is fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. No, that's the garden. Yeah, that's the garden from Katsura.
Yeah.
Oh, different roof. Maybe it is.
Actually, no, it's not. That's not the garden. That's the koi That's the koi pond
That's the
down
koi
at the
pond.
ground area. Up above to our right, above to the right, would be where Katsura Grill is. The whole place needs to be explored, and it
Yeah.
needs to be
It's
savored
gorgeous.
and just
Definitely.
We spent a while there last
And if
time,
you
didn't
can
we?
get it when the drummers are there as well.
Yes.
No, you don't want
Oh.
the drumming noises.
No,
The
no,
drummers are
after.
really good. They're really
So,
talented. Though.
it was
Oh
great.
yeah, no, I
because-
don't doubt they're great
Yeah.
musicians, but I want the water sounds.
They
I
don't
don't
do
want
it
the
all
drums.
day.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want the drums. I want the water running.
It's okay because the drums drown out the sound of the concert.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's true.
Whatever
Extra
monstrosity
layers
is going on in American Pavilion.
So, is Japan still a good place to see the show from now that Harmonious only has one decent view?
If you can get up onto the if you can get up on the Tokyo Dining balcony, you can get up there early.
That
I think
balcony.
that balcony exactly. If you get up there, you can see most of it.
It's slightly oblique, isn't it? It's a slightly oblique.
A little bit, not terribly so. But the Torii gate will be in your way a little bit. But it's not bad. Yeah, I think it's a good spot. It's just it gets crowded up there early.
Get your phone and time watching it on Disney Plus with the time of the fireworks. So you've got a good view on your phone and you can just have the fireworks at the same time.
Otherwise, just enjoy the view of everyone's hands raised with the wrist.
Yes.
With their magic bands lit up.
Why are they all looking at their watches?
Yeah.
What
I do love the Japan Pavilion, though, I have to say. Yeah, it's really lovely.
During the day. Yeah. In the evening, I actually think China's more beautiful in the evening. But during the day, the Japan Pavilion is my favorite.
A must-do for us is the caramel shop in Germany.
Yes, caramel picture.
I was going to say Germany's for me, of all the pavilions, Germany's the one I would just walk by. If I'm trying to save time. I don't advise walking by any of the pavilions. I'm just saying, like, if I'm trying to save time, Germany's the one that I don't feel bad about passing by. I'll stop by the train garden.
The pavilion itself, but I do like the caramel picture shop.
And the train. I do like the little train.
Yeah.
That's cute. Yeah.
What
did
I do?
Caramel future. Yes, definitely. Yay, there it is.
Am I in trouble? As Anna says she's upset with me about something. I don't know. Is it because of Germany?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Well, sorry. Open the toy shop back up.
No.
What do you mean no?
Do you know what? I haven't spent
there
enough
used to be a toy shop?
Yes.
Really?
With little teddy bears and all sorts of things in there.
Oh, I like teddy bears.
See? It's for Becca. Open it for Becca.
Teddy bears.
Hang on a
Christmas
minute.
shop is there. There's that.
Oh, that's not the one I was meant to. Hang on. Peter's in the house.
Oh,
Peter.
Hello.
I just missed you by that much, Peter.
Yeah.
That much.
I know. Hello from Sweden.
Lynn, was that Jason's house in the train garden? I can't remember which was the one Jason chose. I know which was Kristen's. It's the big one at the back. But I don't know. The one that looks like a palace.
The one away from everyone else.
Mine is the little one away from it. Yeah, like it's got a nice view up on the hill. It's like got a nice view though. It's just away from
people.
Yeah,
you got to really mean it if you want to come visit. You got to really work at it.
Not just going to swing by.
No.
The train garden is not something that I feel really drawn to. I can walk past it quite happily.
Yeah, I can.
Sorry, it's not a thing for me.
Oh. Okay.
So you're ignoring Jason's house. They're moving on.
It's fine.
Oh,
that's fine.
I agree with Patricia. France at night is beautiful.
It
is.
France, and actually, the view from France out onto International Gateway at night is stunning. It's just the most beautiful view with the lights and the Skyliner and the Crescent Lake behind it.
And similarly, outside the park. Outside the if you're not in Epcot, if you're just at the bridge between the boardwalk area and Yacht and Beach Club, or if you're at the Beach Club Resort area, that view leading up to that Epcot entrance is beautiful as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole area.
Anna, I wasn't saying you should just like Germany. There's something wrong with Germany. I'm just saying of the pavilions.
Yeah.
You dig a hole. Morocco.
Morocco, yeah.
Oh, Morocco is one of my favorites, if not my favorite.
This sounds weird. Just go with me. I love the back streets. I like the little alleyways and back streets. I just think it's incredible. It's really atmospheric. I just think the lighting, the feeling of being closed and just not really knowing where you're going to turn. I love all that. I think it's
Getting
incredible.
lost.
The chance
Day
to
or
pick up
night.
a Fez.
Yeah.
It feels very different, day
Yeah.
and night. You have to visit both times.
Yeah.
I feel like that pavilion also needs a lot of sort of love because it doesn't.
It needs
It's
more love.
so quiet.
Everything's closed
Closed.
over there at the moment.
Everyone
not
just walks
everything.
past it though because
For a lot of things.
they don't realise that if you go into those back streets, you feel something different. It doesn't feel like you're 2 seconds away from the main. Yeah, and I know I said it would sound weird. I know. You don't.
Yeah.
When you're when you're around the back, you don't realise it doesn't feel like you're 2 second walk away from that main drag through World Showcase. It's see you later, Karen.
See ya.
And that's what I like about it. If you feel completely disassociated with the rest of EPCOT, that's why it's cool.
And you can do the classic British thing and try on a Fez.
Yeah.
Yes. No, better buy one.
Yeah,
No.
Fezzes are cool.
Oh, did you buy a Fez, Jason?
Of course, I wore. Not only did I
I
buy
know.
one,
I know.
I wore one all night long, all through EPCOT.
Lovely. How was your hair
It was
afterwards?
great. It was fantastic.
Oh, got a cookie shout out. There you go.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
Cookies curled up on the sofa there.
I thought you were offering cookies. I got all excited.
No, we call them biscuits.
I was like, oh, we have cookies. I love cookies.
Yeah.
This is cookie. There you go.
Let me just see, Lynn. What sort of dancing, Lynn? I think it's ballroom, I believe.
He's going to send us a video.
Oh, it's all sorts of stuff. All sorts of stuff from all over the world. Yeah.
So yeah, Morocco's beautiful.
I think that we should ask Peter to put together a dance for every World Showcase pavilion.
Oh no, there is a challenge.
Like
That is a challenge.
A representative dance for every
pavilion. Ooh.
Yes.
Okay. This is feeling ever so like the time where Lloyd got really drunk and we told him he offered to do a bake along with Peter.
And he went along
And
with
he
it.
didn't remember.
Because that sounds brilliant, actually.
And the perfect track, of course, is all around the world.
It's not a dare, it's a request, Peter.
Yeah, the
And
perfect track is all around the world.
Yep.
Disney
Yeah.
track.
It's a request. There we go.
Yeah, so
absolutely.
there you go.
If anyone,
And then we'll talk about the food part.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A dish
Gotta
from
be
each
done.
part.
Mm-hmm. A dish you can make at home.
Yeah.
Right, that'd be great.
This
Peter can do that when we're on holiday then, when we're not there.
Yeah, that's true.
Or maybe, even better, Jill, when you're there in November, Peter could do the dance in the country.
In the
Oh, yes.
with a hat from
right?
the market.
The outfits.
Morris
Full
dancing.
outfits.
Oh my goodness, Lynn, you are absolutely
Yes.
on our wavelength. That's it.
Yeah.
So your day in EPCOT has to have Peter doing a dance in each country in the style of that country.
Yep.
With a prop of some description.
Zach, we'll have Zach.
series.
He'll bring a boombox and he'll hold it above his head.
No, we
Like-
want Zach to bring the camera.
Jill can
Oh.
film.
Well, I'll film, no problem. I'll be there. Don't worry.
Yeah.
This I will not miss.
Oh,
Brilliant.
Oh, there you
I'll
go.
be playing
Oh,
Carnival
dear.
Thunder.
We can share
watch out
each
for our
one.
videos, guys.
That'll be
yes.
our Christmas Advent calendar to everyone. We can share one each day.
Yes.
Done.
It'll be
That's
so
it.
good.
Oh,
This
This is
brilliant.
gonna happen. It's gotta happen.
It's got
Brilliant.
to happen. Have we missed anywhere out of our must-dos? I know that John had put in the gardens in Canada.
Canada.
Yay.
Yes.
Yeah. I
And,
love
and at
Canada.
night, the waterfall area is beautiful too. It's beautiful by day as well, but at night it's lovely.
It's just so,
There's one thing
so
I'm-
peaceful down there.
One thing I'm surprised you haven't mentioned yet, Claire, is the Voices of Liberty.
Oh, well, no, when I start talking about Voices of Liberty, I can't stop. That absolutely, I would say, is probably in my top 3 must-dos in EPCOT. I have to do it when I'm there. If I can time it right, I will catch it maybe 4 times on the same day. And it's just one of those things that ticks all my boxes, gives me all the feels. I'll cry every time, and it just overwhelms me quite often with emotion. I just love it. They're so talented, and it's, there are moments that you remember, and that will always be something that sits with me every single time I've seen them. So Voices of Liberty are up there, definitely. And margaritas are a close second, Anna. You're quite right. It's not the avocado one. No need for that.
No, I don't even like that.
That's horrible.
I only tried it because someone bought it for us.
Thank you for buying it.
But it was just like, no.
So what entertainment do they have in Canada at the moment? Because the last time we saw it was those terrible lumberjacks.
Oh.
No,
the actual. No, there is nothing on the stage.
Is there not for the festival? Is there nothing there for the festival?
There might be. They don't have off kilter anymore, so.
I don't have my little booklet with me. No.
But the last time we went, it was these lumberjacks, and it really
the wood
was
chopping.
not a good show. Not a good show.
Wood chopping and axe throwing.
Yeah.
It was very manly.
Off Kilter has been known to make an appearance in the France Pavilion, which just happens to be what they call Claire when she's had a few slushies.
You have no idea. You have no idea.
Is she a little off kilter? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Off kilter has moved.
Yeah.
Continuously moving.
To the side. To the side. To the side.
And that brings us round to the UK. And what's our must-do in the UK?
The Scotch egg.
Skip it.
The Scotch egg.
Yeah.
Scrape away the lettuce
shops.
and the mustard thing that they do. And eat
Go in the shops
I
and
do like
realise
going
that
in the shops and realising just how
Expensive it is.
$6
For a packet of hobnobs. It's like, what?
Although they used to have quite a nice shop that's closed now over near where the Winnie the Pooh meet and greet used
The
to
toy
be.
store?
That had, the toy store that used to
and
have
stuffed animals and things.
Doctor Who merch.
I hate children.
Doctor Who merch and loads of cute T-shirts as well.
Yes.
Winnie the Pooh
I have to
T-shirts.
say, there's loads of Monty Python merch when we were there.
Yeah,
There is.
but-
Yeah.
Yes, Anna needs a Greg's, definitely.
Wait, what's a Greg's? Oh,
Greg's.
mushy peas. So
It's a
the
pastry shop.
The second time I had the
Bakery.
mushy peas,
Pasty.
they were better. They were normal.
Yeah.
They were more.
Normal colour.
Yeah,
They were firmer.
Yeah. They were like the can. They're like more like the can consistency.
Yeah.
Yes.
Needs a Greg's.
Yeah, which is good stuff. If you got to get past the color, beyond that, it's fine.
Yeah.
What is Greg's?
It's a bakery.
Oh,
It's a
very
bakery
British.
that sells pasties and
Sausage rolls.
Sausage rolls.
sausage rolls and like high fat,
if you sell it,
low nutritional value.
High fat, high sugar, deep
High
fried.
fat, high sugar, deep
Oh.
fried,
That's all.
low nutritional value.
surprised they don't have this already.
And,
And that's just the coffee.
And it's,
yeah.
Don't try the coffee. The coffee's horrible.
it's like Cornish pasty and pie shop basically.
Yeah.
So
I hope they don't
It's-
refer. Yeah, that wouldn't get much American traffic if you say it's a Cornish pasty and pie shop. Oh, well.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
If you say it's like a place that sells junk food. Oh yeah.
oh,
Yep.
it's junk food.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's
It's
anything.
just very
Fine.
British junk
We'll
food.
take
Yeah.
a picture next time when we go buy one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we've made it all the way round. Have we missed
Yeah.
anywhere?
Yes.
And I think we've also gone the right way
Yes.
round.
We want the right way around to share.
Yeah.
Of
We're not
course.
going the wrong way, Jason, like you did on the films.
That was
starting
the reason for that
Mhm.
was because that was the way we were trying to make it back. Nothing. It was before things were open, before the pavilion. Like, never mind. There was a method to the madness. I don't need to explain myself.
Aw, you just couldn't wait to get to the snails.
Get it over and done with.
I think what we were trying to do. I remember why it was. We were trying to get back to the France Pavilion. I think on the earlier side, or to Japan maybe. I don't know. It made sense at the time.
That defense. Yes.
that old chestnut.
Yes.
No, Mary, not pastry, pasty. Pasty is a traditional British food stuff.
Snack.
It's not a snack though,
Yeah.
because it could be a whole meal. So,
Wait, what are Lancashire parched peas?
sorry, say that
parched
again.
peas. Lancashire parched peas, yes.
What are they?
I haven't tried Lancashire parched peas yet. Beta keeps telling me about them.
Yeah.
Are they
And they
mushy
don't sell
peas?
they don't sell them in Greg's.
No, they sell them in Lancashire. But, yeah, pasties are kind of almost like a pie.
It's
So you
puff
have
pastry
meat-
with anything
meat and
shoved in
potatoes
it,
and
basically.
pastry.
Yeah, puff pastry shoved.
like
or
a-
good.
Proper ones aren't
Like
puff
a-
pastry.
Like a chicken pot pie?
No.
What? It's
We'll
sort
find
of-
a picture and we'll
We'll
put it
send
on
you a
the Wafflers
picture.
Arms. We'll
Yeah.
put a picture on the
What gets
Wafflers
called a
Arms.
hand
Because if
pie?
you tell Americans that they sell pasties there, they're thinking something different. I can tell you that
Yes,
right now.
no. Yeah,
Yes.
I know what those are. Definitely not. Yes.
Okay.
No, I think it's what gets called a hand pie.
Be careful you don't use that in the same sentence as pasties.
Yeah. So,
Like an
Yes.
empanada.
yes,
It's
yeah.
like an empanada.
Empanada, yeah,
Even better.
yeah.
I love
Yeah.
empanadas.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, we're getting into dangerous territory here. Let's talk about the fact that we had a show come out 2 days ago.
We did.
I'm changing the subject before we get into trouble. Yeah, we had a new podcast out on Monday. If you haven't listened yet, we talk about all things Disney weddings, including quite how expensive they are. But it's it's wedding season because it's the summer. Well, it is in the UK anyway. People tend to wait till the summer to get married. So, and Jill does her carousel of questions, which is the last carousel
The last
of
one.
questions
Yes.
you will ever hear,
Yeah.
because we are retiring that item.
Yep.
So yeah, that's it. Carousel of questions is done. We no longer can use that acronym in our chat, which is disappointing
Yes.
for me.
Mm.
So
Anna is right.
Yep.
and so
We can probably do that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
what are we talking about? Oh, Ben and Becky, you don't care what we're talking about next
No.
week because you're not here.
We might tune in if
might
the
tune in.
Wi-Fi in Gran Canaria is.
Well, it can't be any
Thank
worse
you.
than my house. Well,
Well, you never know.
You know what they say, Whitstable is the Gran Canaria of England.
Absolutely.
But it's by a beach at least.
Yeah, that's true. Next week, what are we talking about? Are we back to resorts next week?
We
Oh.
are.
We are.
Are we?
ESPN area resorts.
Yes.
Oh, ESPN
So-
area.
All Star,
That-
Pop Century.
You
I
mean
may
the area where
struggle.
if you get off the road in the wrong spot, that place where you end, there's
You turn around and
Yeah,
go back.
that area.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
The place has got a McDonald's near the hotel.
Yeah. I may struggle with. I'm quite glad I'm doing the tech next week because I may struggle talking about any of those resorts.
Well, I
I'm
haven't
hoping
stayed
that-
at any of them.
So
Well,
Jason,
short
it's
show
all down
next
to
week,
you.
guys. Short
It's,
show.
it's all down to you, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
I'm sure that
So,
Pop Century
yeah.
and the All Stars are your favourite, so we're looking forward.
So
to
yeah,
talking
guys,
about
please send us your must-dos, your great stuff, your must-sees
them.
about.
Tell us what you think
Pop,
about them.
All-Star.
I know
Yeah.
Anna stayed at All Star Music and loved it,
Yeah.
so it's.
You've also got the
it's not-
Skyliner, so is it
Yeah.
of animation and Pop Century. So
Yeah. So that's next week. We're going to talk about.
also,
those.
wasn't that the famous episode that we spoke about in the Skyliner dining, eating around the Skyliner?
It
Talk
wasn't
about
eating.
pickle.
There was pickle in a pouch.
Yes.
John, where are you when we need you? Because that was a moment.
I know what my visual aid's going to be next week.
Oh,
That's for sure.
yes.
And on this week's
Yeah.
episode, Jason brings a pickle in a pouch.
You have a week to go and get one.
Yeah.
Oh, great, Anna. Yes.
Yes. So next
Tell
week
us all
we'll
about
talk about
it.
that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then on the, as you mentioned at the beginning of the show, on the 15th of the month, we do have a Share to Waffle with Robin Watson from Watson's Do Disney and of So Tiki boutique type fame. So we can talk about all her amazing clothing options. We're going to be putting some stuff in the Wafflers Arms. Some, if you want to come join us over there, we've got some ideas for some future shows that you might start seeing popping up because they're interactive. There's some interactive stuff that needs to happen, and we've got you know what? We've got so many things planned for our Wednesdays. They are planned out for a couple of months, and there's some cracking things going to be happening. We just need to arrange.
Yeah, about
them.
that one thing we need to talk.
We need to finalise a few details.
Yeah.
I saw that one thing that popped up on the board.
Oh, did it? Yeah, we
Uh-huh.
need to talk about that.
I noticed that emerged the day I left the country.
Aha, that's
That's your bad for going away. Sorry, when you're not there, you can't argue. But tomorrow is Thursday, and when it's Thursday, that means this happens. So
That's right.
I'm hoping you've got it sorted in time.
Oh yeah.
What's happening tomorrow? Are you allowed to know what it's going to be?
Of course you're allowed. I think you should have a graphic for tomorrow as well.
yeah.
We'll see if she can put it.
Oh, I
up.
didn't even see that one.
It's our
Disneyland.
second. It's the finale. It's the finale of our grand tour of Disneyland Park.
Wow.
Which is a lot of fun. It's
Did you go
not
on the
quite as long as
teacups?
last week's.
Was that
What
graphics
kind
of
of
the
question
teacups?
is that?
Did you?
Okay, the queue was too long.
The
And the
queue's never
gimbal-
that long.
The gimbal doesn't like it. No,
Yeah.
That's half the fun, though.
but there's nice sound from that area. And
Just not a
pay
view
attention
on the
when you listen.
ride.
For those of you who have subscribed, for those of you who haven't, you know where to go. Just search for Soundscapes Here with Magic. Listen for the conversation that you can hear. You can overhear the conversation between a guest and the Mad Hatter. It's closer to the end of the episode. He's explaining. The Mad Hatter is explaining to a guest how George Lucas stole his ideas. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Brilliant.
Park.
And so I'm just trying to think if there's anything I've missed, Ben, because I'm starting to get a bit
think
anxious
so.
about what I need to do next.
No, the only other things, if you are watching on YouTube, and even if you're not, don't forget to head over to our YouTube channel and subscribe so you don't miss any of the fun that we've got coming up in the next few months, because we've got quite an interesting sort of lineup coming up.
Mm-hmm. Diversity is the key.
Yes.
Indeed.
And pickles and pouches
Yeah.
for
Yes.
John.
Yeah.
We'll
Cool.
send you one.
So with that being said, it's 10 o'clock. We've been going
Yeah.
much longer than we should have done.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're never on time.
No, I know.
We used to blame John, but
Yeah, we can't
Yeah,
even
we can't
blame
do
John
that, do
anymore.
we?
No, not blame John tonight.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for joining us in the chat. It's been great fun. Lovely having you here. And we will see you same time, same place next week to talk about the resorts that I don't know if I'll ever go to. Persuade
might
me
have to
otherwise.
make a special trip.
There you go.
Persuade me otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay.
So thank you everyone. And see you next week.
Indeed. And there's only one thing to say, really. Waffle on.
Waffle
Waffle on.
waffle on.